What are the ethical challenges of climate change mitigation? Imagine trying to fix a broken clock that affects everyone, but each person has a different idea of what the fix should look like. That's what tackling climate change ethics feels like. When we talk about reducing greenhouse gases and slowing global warming, many moral questions pop up. First, there's the issue of fairness. Who should bear the biggest burden? Developing countries have emitted less historically but often face the worst effects and have fewer resources to adapt. Meanwhile, wealthier nations have contributed more to the problem and are expected to lead the way in fixing it. Then, there's intergenerational justice. Our actions today will shape the world for people who aren't born yet. We need to make sure we're not leaving them a planet that's unlivable or depleted of resources. Relying on new technology like geoengineering or carbon capture raises its own questions. If we think future tech will fix everything, we might delay making real changes now. But these technologies can have risks and unknown side effects, and who gets to decide if they're safe? That's a big ethical concern. Environmental justice is another challenge. Marginalized communities and low-income populations often suffer more from climate impacts and have less power to respond. Ensuring they aren't unfairly burdened and have access to aid is a moral priority. Balancing economic growth with protecting the environment also creates tension. Poor countries want to develop and improve living standards, but that can mean more emissions. How do we support growth without harming the planet? Governance and decision-making are also tricky. Large-scale actions like geoengineering need transparent rules, fair representation, and accountability. Who gets to decide what's best for the entire planet? Lastly, there's the question of whether nature and ecosystems have value beyond their usefulness to humans. Should we protect forests, oceans, and wildlife simply because they have an intrinsic worth? Addressing these challenges involves international cooperation based on fairness, responsibility, and justice. It means sharing technology, providing financial aid, and including vulnerable voices in decisions. It also calls for honest reflection on our consumption habits and economic models that focus on sustainability over short-term gains. All these ethical issues reminded us that climate change is not just a scientific problem but a moral one too.